find a way to run from the city of the sun. You could have stayed, it's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through color glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Were killed by an armed group of a mine clearance camp in Afghanistan. Oh my God, that is so sad. Okay, let's see here. The Halo Trust can confirm that at 21:50 local time on June 8th, 10 Halo staff were killed and 16 injured by an unknown armed group at a demining camp in the Baghlan province of Afghanistan. The group entered the camp and opened fire. Around 110 men from the local communities in northern Afghanistan were in the camp, having finished their work on nearby minefields. Halo is a humanitarian mine clearance organization. My goodness, that since 1988 has been destroying explosive items in Afghanistan. We strongly condemn the attack on our staff who were carrying out humanitarian work to save lives. We are confused now on care of the injured staff and supporting the families affected. Oh my God. That must be, phew. Oh no, what devastating news. Their poor families. Rest in peace. Heartbreaking, so sad. Jeez, these people. Oh, these are things I didn't bookmark. I just saw it. Okay, and there's another one I didn't bookmark. Let's see here. The Bench by Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, is so beautiful. I actually cried a couple of times. Well done, Meghan. I'm gonna try not to dwell too much on that tweet that I just read from Omid. Whew, so sad. Okay, gorgeous Duchess Meghan, beautiful portrait. Meghan, borrowing it. Thank you for sharing, getting the news out about the bench and where to get it. I love this picture. Yeah, a lot of people were tweeting yesterday about the bench. Alright, there's this one. My little one is very inquisitive and took the bench book jacket off. After all, we had 104 degrees. Look at what we found. Surprise, Meghan Markle. Alright, people talking about it. Okay, one of the ways you can break the chain generational trauma is to be first generation of parents who is humble enough to apologize to your children when you've wronged them. That is true. A simple willingness to model humble authority can radically change direction of your family legacy. That is true. That is so true. Let's see what are they saying now. Okay, I remember a pastor upset that hubby and I apologized to our kids instead of gaslighting them. We weren't perfect parents by any stretch, but I really think that was something we did right. A pastor really thought, pastor was upset that we always apologize to our kids. I'm not saying all the time, but when, for instance, let's say if I tell him, I yell at him for something that I thought that he did, and when I find out he wasn't the one who did it, we apologize to them. Yeah, we usually apologize to them. My goodness. Okay, I'm sorry you had that experience instead of support. I have been told by many people who want to be gentle parents that their families and church communities react badly, even telling them that they are bad Christians for wanting to emulate Jesus in their parenting. My goodness. I mean, these people are not perfect. I mean, when you go to church, you go to listen or whatever sermon that they say, and then you see how you could apply it to your life. But it's not to think they are God. These people make more mistake than any human being. Please, who is the author and is on Amazon. Okay, there's a great book called How to Talk to Your Kids Will Listen, and listen so your kids will talk. It's exactly that, and taking them seriously and not pushing away their feelings. Yep, I said something like that in several videos ago when I said, no matter how stupid their question may sound, it's try to listen to them and see if you could come up with an answer. But if you don't know the answer, don't brush it away, or even if it's stupid, don't tell them it's a stupid question. Just tell them you don't have the answer right now, you look for it. I've said something like that before. Why? That's because some of the thing that I say is because I practice it myself. Alright, when they said they hate their teachers, ask them how much, as much as they hate peas or more. Please, who is the author and is it on Amazon? Let's see here. Okay, there are many. If you do internet search for terms like gentle parenting, positive discipline, peaceful parenting, there are a number of different books with general or specific themes, such as sibling or being more specific to a particular age. My dad had a temper, but after he blew up, he will always apologize and ask our forgiveness every time. For me, it put flesh and bones on the gospel. I stored that away and strove to model that part of his legacy to my kids. Yeah, I never really, when I was a child, maybe now as an adult, occasionally my mom will say apologize, but her apology doesn't seem like it really an apology. It's just a way to like get off her back or something like that. But as a child, nah, we never at least me, I don't know about my other siblings, we never really get an apology from our parents. Alright, I still to this day have no recollection of my parents apologizing or asking forgiveness for anything. It is a priority in my home to ask forgiveness from my kids. It's also so humbling and true gift how quick they are to forgive me. I want to be like them when I grow up. Yeah, kids usually are forgiving, especially when you tell them the reason why. This is very crucial. Even when they're doing something wrong, is to tell them why you're disciplining them, why they do certain things. Don't just go and discipline them and not letting them know why you're doing the things that you're doing to them, because otherwise they're gonna repeat it over and over again. All right, so there's a lot of good response here that's going on here. All right, what else? Let's read this last two. They're one of the reasons I'm never having kids. Right? Okay, this is hope giving. This is so good and to your purpose. People have different reasons why they don't have kids, but I guess, all right, they could do what as they please. I took the cover of the book. I can see the initial H and A. Isn't that sweet? How lovely. The bench. All right, let's see here. Right here. Harry and Archie. What is it? There was something I said. When did I said that? When they first announced that the bench, Meghan with the bench and stuff like that, and I said the area where they said they dedicate the book to and stuff like that, and I said maybe you'll see the letter or the poem that Meghan wrote to Harry on his first Father's Day and stuff like that. So I guess this is perfect for that. H and A, Harry and Archie. That's dedication to them. That is so sweet. Okay, let's see here. Okay, The Bench, Amazon rating today. #1 new release children book, #1 bestseller and its category, #4 bestseller and its category, that's the audio, 19 most wished for and its category. Wow. Let's see here. All right, there's The Bench. My son loved to read that. I think he was there's so many versions of this. I think he read like close to, I think 6 of them or something like that. Each time we finish it and we go borrow another one. Okay, The Wimpy Kid. All right. Children, Black and African Americans storybook. There it is, The Bench. 13, #1. Okay, #4, The Bench, Audible. That's the audio of it. Next one, Children, Black and African Stories. Where is The Bench? There's The Bench here. All right. Okay, The Bench, Amazon category, children's book, geography and culture, multicultural stories, Black and African American. Okay. Let's see what, okay, nobody said much in here. The Bench, #3 new release all category. Okay, books, The Bench, #3 new releases. All right. Alright, so I'm already 11 minutes. There are some stuff that I bookmarked, so let's go to them. Alright, looks like I didn't bookmark too much. 7. Oh, how did it go all the way there? Oh, there it is. Alright, so this is the first thing that I bookmarked yesterday. There's a reason it's Lilibet and not Elizabeth. Okay, I love that. From now on, when I think Lilibet, I'll think of our niece. Okay, I thought it was Lilibet with no H. All right. What is it? The other William's daughter is Elizabeth. Her middle name is. My goodness, these people, the amount of outcry that I'm seeing on Twitter regarding Harry baby's name, it's ridiculous. And nothing was said. You didn't hear any complaint about when William named his daughter. You know, one of the funny things that I see while I'm editing this video is the fact that William had the chance, the opportunity first to choose out a name for a girl, and he didn't do it. All right, I mean, he chose whatever he felt was best for his daughter, but at least we know he had the chance first to pick the Lilibet, for instance, for his daughter's name, but he didn't do it. He decided to go to Charlotte instead, but the Diana was given. We knew, most of us knew that Diana would be somewhere in one of their daughter's name if they ever had a daughter. But yeah, I was just thinking that he had the chance to choose any name that he wanted, and this is what he chose. And Harry, you know, has this choice of choosing the daughter name that he wanted. All right, so I was just thinking about that while I'm editing it. Alright, I thought it was Lilibet with no H. Anyone know how exactly Queen childhood nickname was actually pronounced? Lilibet or Lilibeth? Not the spelling, but the pronunciation is what I'm looking for. Help appreciate it. Okay, let's see here. Yes, my mistake. I've only seen Lilibet version without the H. It's Lilibet. I mean, Google it if you watch, what is it? Harry's daughter or something like that. Let's see if the Prince Harry's daughter. Let's see if I do that. All right. Prince Harry daughter's name. All right. There's this. Okay. Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex daughter. Let's see here. If you go under his name. All right. Children: Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor, Lilibet with a T, Diana Mountbatten Windsor, Lilibet Mountbatten Windsor, trending. All right, so her name is trending. Lilibet, Bet. All right, that's what it is. Okay, Lilibet, no H. That's the original family nickname and the name baby girl. All right. I just saw a British reporter having a fit in French television like 5 seconds ago about how the kid should have been called Elizabeth and how they should have asked permission to call their kids to the Queen and if she would have agreed for the nickname. And I'm baffled. And the thing is that the Queen is alive. She could say anything that she wants. All right? You never hear her say anything about it. Alright, let's see here. There's a reporter. Okay, these reporters are so pissed because once again, the UK media and tabloid were outmaneuvered by Harry and Meghan, Lilibet, little Diana. Okay, but it's also a reason they met. It's not Elizabeth. I mean, the other, was it the Cambridges named their daughter, isn't it? Elizabeth. Was it Charles Elizabeth Diana, something like that? I think that's what it's called. Alright, let's see here. But it's also reason they met. It's not Elizabeth. I mean, you know, these people, they could go and go after their husband or their side people or their boyfriend and have a kid themselves, or go to the bank and get pregnant, you know, buy some sperm, and then do what they want to do with the name. All right, just like I read the other one. Some people do. They said that's why they don't want to have kids. One of the reasons. All right, so they have their choice to go f somebody and be pregnant and name their children the way that they want. My goodness. Okay, exactly. They love and respect Granny, but don't like the institution. It's what they said or implied during Oprah's interview. That's exactly that. They don't like the institution. Okay, I doubt that Gran is still in control of the firm. They know she isn't. Maybe she never was. Okay, people seem like to be surprised about this. I knew they were not in control. Okay, exactly. I don't think she is in charge anymore either. Harry and Meghan both said that, and the Queen had been good to them. Alright, the Tories are taking control of that. Yep, Lilibet is for Granny, so less formal and not the head of state. Once upon a time, Elizabeth II was young, unspoiled and innocent, and Lilibet was her name. That was 90 years ago, and things had changed since then. Alright, let's see here. So are you saying that Lilibet is a good name? At first I wasn't for it, but I'm warming up to it. Okay, I like it very much. Now I realize it drives the haters. It drives the haters and racists crazy, therefore it's great. I also realized that I can't just call her Lily. That helped me get over it. The squad, just because the others are upset, they love it. I read that Doria had a great aunt, Lily, and then I read that Lilibet is Hebrew, meaning God is my oath. So I'm feeling better about the name, and I'm going to call her Lily too, which is lovely. Okay, Lilibet, Lily Diana is unique. Elizabeth, a dime a dozen. Yeah, the reason is her entire name was a brilliant decision on her parents' part. I bet the Queen is thrilled and Diana is watching over her and Doria is up close and personal giving her all the sweet grandma love. That's right, I've said that too. Okay, Doria gets to give Lilibet the hugs and the kisses. That's right. They didn't need to honor her because she's right there. She gets to see them. That's the gift that she gets. All right, she better thank her stars. She's here to touch, feel, change the diapers, feed them, and share her knowledge with them and all of that. So she's the blessing of all of that because she's here in the present, the physical world with her grandkids. All right, Diana doesn't have that. So the only thing Diana could do is watch over them and hope, protect them and all of that. All right, so each one of them are doing their part, and Diana did her part too, for leaving the money that she did for Harry. When his father was taking away their security and stuff like that. So look at this. They didn't give him anything, not one bit of the kid's name from Charles. Okay, Archie got a unique name, and you see the daughter got. They skipped Charlie and went straight to his mother, which is the kid's great grandmother and stuff like that. All right, Charles get nothing. He could roll all he wants. There's stuff that I'm coming across where he's trying to warm up to the Sussexes and all of that. He could go kick some rocks like the squad usually say. Okay, UK media did exactly the same thing with Archie's naming. In fact, Archie's name caused so much hurt with the royal order. Archie is not a royal name. It was a snub. Harry and Meghan didn't consult with Queen Elizabeth II before choosing the name. Why did they pick it? And Harrison is an American name, so it must be Meghan's choice. I mean, whatever, baby. Okay, Harrison, okay? Harry's son, okay? Harry makes sure, okay, to put his name in it. All right, he got maybe Archie, like she said. Archie probably was a name that Meghan chose, but Harry made sure to put his name in the middle somewhere. Harry's son. Nobody can deny that's not his son. All right, it's Harry's son. There it is. Okay, I thought it was Harry's son, Harrison. Yep, that's exactly that. That's the way I saw it. Okay, yes, our fave, also thoughtful. This is for you, Granny, Harry and Meghan, not for the firm. I love it. All right, William is her pride, not the good kind, but Harry is her joy. I think so too. All right, like I said, I think the Queen, was lucky enough to raise Harry after Diana left. Okay, whether they were part of her demise or whatever, maybe it was just somebody else's choice of doing it, but once Diana wasn't around, I think the Queen stepped in and raised Harry the way that she wishes she had done with her kids, but she wasn't able to because she was so young and put in a high position, and she didn't get the chance to do that. So while Harry did not have a mother, and I think she took Harry under her wing, and this is why Harry have so much feeling for her. All right, Lilibet, no less. It's specific. It's beautiful. Not only honor his grandmother, but his grandfather too, since it was what he always called her. Okay, Philip called her cabbage. Okay, her honoring the granny, not the cabbage. I'm laughing at the cabbage. Philip called her cabbage. Okay, her honoring the granny, not the monarch who represent the firm. It's Lilibet, okay, smart, okay, if you know, you know. It's Lilibet, there's no H at the end. Okay, it's Lilibet, okay. Next tweet. Okay, there's a reason Lilibet is not Elizabeth. Okay, that's the one I just did. This one, next tweet. Harry is something else. So what happened here? Okay, with that said, I understand their hurt, pain, frustration. If I were you, I would be hurt too. Thoughts and prayers. Is it about the name? What's going on here? Look, it is family. He never said anything bad about the Queen. She's 96 years old. All right, so what is going on here? Okay, world best. MVP. What is going on? The announcement says Lilibet no H. Okay, yes, my mistake. Okay, so it seems like it's part of the same thing that I just read. Yeah, it's part of the same tweet that I just read. So they just branch out, right? Let me make sure. Yeah, I think that. Okay, our Harry is strategist. See how UK media looking more mental by the day. These fools losing their mind over a name, and at worst, it's Harry's grandmother's name and nothing at all to do with outsiders. The meltdown is unreal. He did that on purpose. Then he knew it'll piss them off. It was done to say, you are not going to invalidate my wife and children. I'm going to hand her after the crown and my mother unforgettable. LOL. Alright, let's see here. Next tweet. Let's see here. Chris Evan. What exactly do white people mean when they say black millionaires are ungrateful? What are we supposed to be grateful for exactly? Not being slaves anymore? Joe Walsh. Is it that guy who from Illinois who ran as what's that thing, as a Tea Party or something like that, and he had some issues paying child support or something like that? I think that's him. I could be wrong. Okay. Stevie Wonder takes a knee for the anthem during a concert. Another ungrateful black multimillionaire. I mean, why do they have to attach the money behind it? Okay, but I see what Chris Evan is saying here. Alright, what exactly do white people mean when they say black millionaires are ungrateful? What are we supposed to be grateful for exactly? Not being a slave anymore? Alright, lots of white folks find black wealth unseemingly. White being wealthy is natural, and the end game of being white, black people having wealth, means they got lucky, or white people quote let them end quote have it. Is just another way white supremacy manifests. The thing is that if they're so freaking lazy, alright, black people always have the work ethic. Alright, this is why they go undermine their ways. Alright, look at the Tulsa riot, 1921, and all of that. They were willing, black people had the capability of doing their own thing without those white people thing. All right, so my goodness, if the law that they keep on passing to benefit them, they'll have nothing. That just remind me that video that I made regarding the South Africa. It was one of the tweets that I came across, and a video, and I share with you, where the son was saying why the black African government is treating them like this. It's because of their knowledge, meaning white people knowledge, that they are able to do some of the things that they are able to do. I mean, he has his 2 hands, his 2 feet. Why doesn't he go and do his own thing? My goodness, let's see here. Okay, he means Stevie Wonder's achievement, status, success, wealth were allowed to happen, but for the benevolent of white people, Stevie Wonder will not be who he is today. That's how white people think. This is their modern. They take on black slave ownership. They own our success. I mean, if that makes them feel good in their head, that's fine, because with all the roadblocks after roadblocks they keep on putting on black minorities, okay, and we still jump the hurdle, and to make a good out of it, they should be ashamed of themselves, because they keep on putting roadblocks. It's like their whole purpose in life is to put roadblocks for black people and minorities, but we're still jumping them. All right, they should be ashamed of themselves, because we're still jumping the hurdles and make something out of ourselves. Look at Stevie Wonder. He's blind. Okay, he is able to be that successful. They should be ashamed of themselves for even saying it, because their whole purpose. Look at what's going on now. Joe Biden is trying to move the country forward, and they're still putting roadblocks for him. All right, please don't sully all white people with this poisonous drivel. Many do not think anything of the sort. Okay, is that a recent post? It doesn't mesh with anything he's posted in the last couple of years. All right, okay, so he is the guy that I thought. Okay, well, Has he ever genuinely apologized for the statement? Not the non-apology. Sorry if anyone was offended, but Bill, I'm sorry. Somehow I doubt it. Okay, yep, that was him. Former Rep. Joe Walsh from Republican of Illinois announced over the weekend that he will mount a primary challenge against President Trump. Okay, so that's that guy. Alright, so that's that. There's more. When you go under, what is it? That means exactly what we all knew they mean. Alright, when we go under Chris Evans' post, there's gonna be thousands of comment, because he's everywhere on Twitter. Okay, what the F does ungrateful mean? Literally. Yeah, that's exactly what they're saying. Let's call this shit out, because sugarcoating it, cuddling is not working. Okay, that's fucking infuriating. Walsh was a dick, but that's also 4 years ago. Alright, so that was the old thing that he said before. Okay, I don't follow a lot of people. Alright, so I bookmarked this, but I've shown this in my last video yesterday. But I'm uploading it right now, so I don't know. It's in this video, so I don't know if I'm gonna get flagged for it, because it's uploading right now. Okay, I have an hour and 22 minutes left. It was a long video, so it's in this video that it's in it. So I don't know if YouTube will flag me for it. So let me go back. Okay, and I think I bookmarked it because I wanted to see what some other squads were saying, because it branched out. Okay, this slants that the British royal family did no wrong, and Harry and Meghan have been talking about their experiences pissed me off. I am not Harry or Meghan, but the British royal family needs to take responsibility for their action. Alright, it's 4 minutes and 46 seconds. I don't want to play it again. And the way the lady was talking is like Charles feel hurt and all of this, and like Harry and Meghan supposed to come and apologize to the royal family, this kind of thing. Okay, no interest or credibility from Tina B. Words. She is another trying to straddle the UK-US fence. The royal family have been beyond evil to Harry and Meghan. No concern for their mental health. Meghan nearly died on palace ground and was refused medical help. Royal family just want Harry and Meghan hands-on help. Let them dream. You fake and you phony. Amen. Harry and Meghan were thrown to the wolves by Kensington Palace, Buckingham Palace, and Clarence House for 4 years, and no one ever cared about them. No one said Harry and Meghan are being wronged. No one apologized or fired wayward aides. Now we should feel sorry for them? Nope. Exactly. Yes, indeed. Princess Lily will be the coolest girl in town. Okay, I'm sure that's the route she'll take. I'm certainly they'll stick to Lily. Okay, I've watched, and she was about to start slagging. Yep, I said I hope they don't flag me in that video, because I said it. She started going like a blaming kind of thing, but Gail sort of stopped her, and she changed course. I watched, and she was about to start slagging Harry and Meghan for using the Queen's sacred nickname when Gail stopped. Yep, OMG, that's exactly that. She saw exactly what I said. As you can see, I already said it in that other video. It's uploading already. Lilibet is a sacred queen's name now. Okay, who doesn't know a person called Elizabeth, Lilibet, Lilibet, Beth? Beth is all the same. These people should get over themselves. Let's see here. Gail was not having it, and she switched her talk right away to positive. Man, they are quick. Okay, I noticed it. Okay, so I wasn't the only one who saw it. Okay, when I saw it for the first time, the video, I said it. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna get flagged for it on that other video that I'm uploading. If you wanna see it, or you could go on YouTube and search for it. Alright, watch my other video, it's in it, and it's 4 minutes, close to 5 minutes. I don't want to waste time on it. Oh, was that the only thing I bookmarked? That was it. That was the only thing I bookmarked. Okay, so let's listen to it here then. Forget it.
To be the kind of...
Good morning to you, Tina. I was so
morning,
excited.
Gail.
Yeah, good morning. Tina's my partner in crime and all things royals. We were there for the wedding that day. I was so excited when I heard the news over the weekend that baby Lily had arrived. And I think the name that they've given in tribute to the Queen and a tribute to Diana is a very nice touch. What did you think of it when you heard?
Well, it's an enchanting name, isn't it?
Yes.
Let's face it, Lilibet Diana. It's an enchanting name. I mean, amongst the royal sort of older gen, there was a few raised eyebrows, I'm told, about using the Queen's very intimate
that's where
nickname
she started
that only
going,
her mother,
trying to
her
bash
sister,
Harry and
her
Meghan.
husband were allowed to use.
There,
And Tina,
this
wait,
is where
stop
she
for a
came
second
in
on
and
that,
stopped
'cause I
them.
heard that and I went, oh, please. Now you're
No, I know,
criticized because
please.
you're paying tribute to the Queen, and now they get
Okay.
criticized for that.
I don't think it's
silly.
I don't think anyone's
Okay, she
criticizing.
changed her
I mean,
tone right there.
basically,
Yep,
people are
this is
overjoyed
it.
about this baby because, the Queen herself just loves having all of
She
these
changed her tone.
grandchildren. This Lily is her 11th, and I'm sure she's touched and amused and thrilled that the
Yes.
baby has her nickname. And I also feel it's a great softening.
And by the way, I
mechanism.
have maybe 2 or 3 videos prior to the one that I'm uploading that I look up the number 11. So I think the number 11 is very crucial with Lilibet Diana. She was born, she is the 11th grandchild, great grandchild for Queen Elizabeth, and she was born 1140. Okay, there's another thing that was 11 also. And she was 7 pound 11 ounce. Okay, so the number 11 is attached to her. So I look up the number 11. It's a good thing for her.
For the family right now, which has had a lot of friction and a lot of wounds. There's nothing more uniting than the advent of a new child. And this is going to be, I think, a helpful emollient. There's no doubt that, I mean, the Queen just loves having all these children running around. She's actually got a very maternal streak now. I mean, in her early days, she found it very difficult to be the kind of mother she wanted to be.
And this is where I also mentioned where when she was young, she was first became the Queen after her father died. Okay, she had, I think it was Charles and Princess Anne at the time. I could be wrong. It could be just Charles. But the thing is that she didn't get a chance to really raise those kids the way she wanted to. Well, depend, but I don't know, because she was new to the job as being queen. So her occupation was taking over her motherly duty, this kind of thing. All right. So when Princess Diana died, she took that opportunity to sort of practice what she wished she could have done on her kids, on Harry. So therefore, Harry was able to get the different side of her than any other child, or even the Queen's kids.
Everything that was on her back, but actually as a grandmother and a great grandmother, she has truly got into that role and loves it. So I think she hopes that she'll see Lily. I'm sure she does.
I hope Harry and Meghan keep those kids out of the UK. I just hope they do. All right.
She's very keen to see Archie, so
Everybody wants to see Lily.
everybody wants to
I
see
know.
Lily. So let's hope that she they both arrive in London in a happy mood, bringing both children. Everyone would be thrilled, I think.
I know.
Actually.
I was just disappointed to hear that there were any raised eyebrows about the baby's name. But moving on, baby Lily makes history because she's the first senior royal to be born here in this country. So what does this mean in terms of succession?
Actually, it won't change Lily's position in the line of succession. She's number 8 now in the line of succession, and it doesn't matter where she's born. Being a
Does she have a
prince of the
title?
blood,
Will she have a
she
title?
will have she will have a title when the Queen dies and Charles becomes king. She can use the title Princess Lily if she wishes. She will be a princess, as will Archie be a prince. That was always going to be true when the Queen died and Archie and Charles became king. She could also choose to be just plain Lily Mountbatten Windsor, or even Lily Sussex if she prefers. She also could use that name if she wished. Whatever happens, if she's Princess Lily, she is going to be the coolest girl in America.
She is already. She doesn't need the princess to be the
It's
coolest.
Anthony, it's
She
been
is
3
already.
months since Harry and Meghan's interview with Oprah. We heard Royanika say earlier in this broadcast that most of the fences have not been mended since that. You said you think this will obviously soften folks up, but how much damage is there from what we know?
I think there's a lot of damage, actually, but
A lot of damage.
I do know that the family are still very much hoping to be able to mend the fence with Harry, particularly William, whose bro, he is.
Particular William, he put whatever he has coming for him on himself for being a spoiled little brat. Okay, not a little, he's a grown man brat. All right, since he was a child, he was a spoiled brat. So he's gonna have his ass handed to him. And that's his own doing. He should have just mind his own business, accept his brother's wife the way that Harry had supported him. But he had to show his authority that he could do this, he could do that. Okay, karma is gonna hit him right in the front teeth. All right.
And who has had such incredible bonds with his brother. So there's a hope, a desire, even if it's just a crack to open that door, they want to keep that door widely open.
The only reason they want to keep that door open is because they just want to get the popularity that Harry and Meghan has. Okay, now that they realize the power of Harry and Meghan, they want to make sure not to do anything stupid. Well, then again, they're so stupid, they're probably gonna add to their stupidness. So that won't surprise me at all. But whatever she's saying. This is a third person speaking. It's not the monarch. It's not William or Charles speaking. But anyway, let me.
So told the Queen has actually been very worried about Harry since all of this began.
Worry about what? Harry find the love of his life and he's living his best life with his family. Worry about what? His mental health? Okay, I think that's what she said before, because I saw that video about his mental health, because over there they were driving him crazy. He's been saying he doesn't want to be part of that family, that institution, but they didn't listen to him. And then nobody came to his rescue when the tabloid was dragging him and his wife and his child, okay, Archie. Nobody came to their rescue, to his rescue, so he had to leave.
He's talked very publicly about his mental health problems, and it's truly spoken to the Queen. I mean, she's very concerned about Harry's mental health, and she's very anxious not to do anything for him that will make him feel kind of pushed out or prematurely sort of, we're closing the door.
I think what they more worry is him talking, spilling the beans, the tea of what happened in the institution. That's all they're worrying about. They not really care about his mental well-being. If they did, they would have solved that issue a long time ago for him and his wife.
I want to close the door. And his father doesn't either, actually, because his father has been, I think, probably the most wounded by all this.
Most wounded? Please, this guy is a freaking most wounded. He is that crybaby, this personality this guy has. Okay, he's 70-something years old. He did they drive on hurting people. All right? They find the satisfaction on hurting people. At the time when he was removing security, taking all the things that Harry needed at his most vulnerable, he took it away. He probably was having so much fun with it. Okay, now that Harry and Meghan are on their feet, okay, thanks to I'm seeing his face but I can't remember his name, the one who has the studio and lent him his house. Okay, without him, all right, the money that Diana left for him will have been gone already, even though it wasn't $1 million. But when you look at the way the lifestyle that they live and they need security, all right, that money will have been gone within maybe a couple months. All right, so thanks to that guy who helped them open his door for him and provide him with security. All right, Charles, that was supposed to be Charles' job, but he didn't do it. He didn't do it. He probably was having so much fun, couldn't wait to see Harry crawl back back to the palace door so he could control him. All right? And he's saying he's most hurt about it. Was he hurt when Harry was hurting? My goodness. And then pick up his phone when Harry was calling him? All this stuff? I don't think Harry will lie about that.
Because inadequate though he may have been at times, he also felt that he'd done his best as a father.
His best. Okay, now I remember his name. Tyler Perry. Okay, Tyler Perry. Done his best on what? Done his best on what? Because he was using him to get public likability kind of thing, to get the praise from the public. My goodness, these people are freaking ridiculous. Now I'm going off on it because I saw the video already, and I'm trying not to get flagged from it on YouTube.
And I think was very taken aback by some of the things that that Harry has said recently about
Well,
him.
if they are true, what's there to be embarrassed? He was doing it. Like I said, he probably was enjoying the misery, seeing the misery on Harry and Meghan. But he was enjoying it. Jeez.
Well, at the end of the day, they are still family. You know, we know Diana's birthday is coming up July 1st. She would have been 60.
Each time
There
I
are
think
big
about
plans
it,
planned
60
in
is
the
still
UK
young.
for that. So it'll be a chance for the family to all see each other. I think it's very exciting times for everybody. Thank you, Tina. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's that. All right, now you get to see the video again, but I commented on it a little bit more. So I finished all the bookmarks that I did because I was busy editing that video yesterday, so I didn't have that much. Let me go to home, see what's popping. No tweet. Okay, there's page 3 minutes ago. Okay, I'm so happy Harry and Meghan can do whatever they like without having to run it past racist aides who aren't even looking out for them. Gave birth, named, and announced Lilibet on their own, and the global media ate it up. F the British media and the palace. Nobody needs y'all. I'm telling you, Paige, she's good in tweeting. I don't have the mentality to come up with something unless if it's about my video or commenting on someone's tweet. Okay, anyway, By the Bench by Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, and Piece of Palace Sources. Dr. Zenier, The Bench is trending under Meghan Markle on tag The Power. Okay, Omid Scobie. Okay, those close to Prince Harry confirmed that he spoke to close family before the announcement, so perhaps this report highlights just how far removed aides within the institution who learn of the baby news alongside the rest of the world now are from the Sussex's private matter. Oh, so okay, what happened here? Okay, let's see here. A Sussex source said that the Queen was the first. I mean, if you look at some of the videos that I said when the name first came out, I said something like that. There's no way. Harry respect the Queen. All right, let me read it. Okay, a Sussex source says that the Queen was the first family Harry called after Lilibet's birth, and during the conversation, he shared the couple's hope of naming their daughter in her honor. Had she not been supportive, they would not have used the name. Okay, there it is. I've said this, and this is where some of the squad were saying the aides are gonna look for the flip phone that the private phone that the Queen has. They're gonna look for it and search for it to get the number. All right, so let's see here. That's from BBC. I'm not gonna click on it, but I'm just gonna read what's there. Harry and Meghan did not ask Queen to use Lilibet's name. Palace source. It has been reported that Prince Harry had spoken to the Queen about using her nickname for his daughter. Right? That's what he's talking about here. A Sussex source. Okay. Those close to Prince Harry confirmed that he spoke to close family before the announcement, so perhaps this report highlights just how far removed aides within the institution who learn of the baby news alongside the rest of the world now are from the Sussex's private matters. Okay, his mother isn't alive. His grandmother is 95. His grandfather recently passed away. No brainer. He will call his grandmother first to tell her the news. Little Diana. I mean, yeah, it's no brainer. All right, I like this for the aides. They have zero access to the Sussexes, no knowledge of personal matter. Okay, it's like this for the aides. They have zero access to the Sussexes, no knowledge of personal matters. Lily was born for 2 days before the announcement without any leaks. Is amazing. Harry knows who can he trust and is acting accordingly. It seems the Queen herself kept her aides in the dark about the birth. That's the thing I was thinking about, where the Queen is good at keeping secret and all of that. The squad were making fun of that. Even she doesn't trust them. All right. Which is what Meghan has been saying all along. They've put up walls against her. Yep, all the thing here. When Harry and Meghan was gonna spend the night with the Queen and all of that, then all of a sudden they book her for the entire week and all of that. Yeah, this is that. Okay, the palace better stop the press from using palace source, because this is very damaging for the reputation of the royal family. They make a clash about the name of a baby. Palace sources interferes in the court case, but we're lying. They know nothing at all. Okay, probably the same palace source that twisted the Meghan and Kate crying story. Shaking my head. Let's see here. Okay, I think it must be one of the corgis. It's one of the corgis. Surely it's also proof it's not actual family members who do the shit stirring and leaking, if all the aides only found out with the rest of us plebs. Alright, the aides have the blessing of some family members, William and Charles. Alright, let's see here. You've missed my point. If that was true, we would have known the baby had been born on Friday. There's a difference between the institution of the monarchy and the family. Oh my goodness, this is coming much clearer from some of the things that I've said long time ago, before the Oprah interview. I've said this. I said there is a difference between the family and the institution, and there's a different hat when the Queen said. If you look at the date on the title, that's when I record them. Okay, but when it comes live, when it published, that's a different date, because lately I've been schedule those videos. All right, so you guys could see at least a video a day. Sometimes I record 2 or 3 videos. Like yesterday I couldn't make it 2 videos, but I decided to make it 1. But the day prior, I sat down and record for like 4 hours and turn it into 3 videos. All right, so the day it's published, you could see it. Some of them are before the Oprah interview. I've said a lot of the things that are coming true now. Okay, even someone point out in the comment section yesterday that it was 2 Fridays ago when I was going on camping trip with the family, and when I came back and I was recording, and I said on Friday when we were driving, I felt like the baby was born, already born, and we're probably gonna know a couple days later. And then it was the following Friday, the 4th, the baby was born. All right, as it should be. Harry and Meghan said they no longer deal with the firm. This was family news, nothing to do with them. That's exactly that. Okay, they are so bitter. They are out in the cold with no information from Betty. Okay, right. And even if if any of the other family member knows, all right, guess what? If it leaks, and I think that will cut the conversation, the connection between Harry and them, for any news that were to happen. All right, so the baby born on Friday. All right, they have this whole afternoon and and Saturday to enjoy the privacy. They probably already went home and settled in and stuff like that. So, and then once they finish settle with the outside world, all right, and then they tell the public. But I think it was Saturday. It could easily be maybe hours after the baby was born. It could have been easily maybe let me see, she was born at 11:40 on Friday a.m. Could even be 3-4 o'clock after Harry already enjoy seeing the baby. They clean the baby, he get to hold them and see Meghan breastfeed her and stuff like that, and now they settle in. They in the room by themselves. Okay, all the what is it, the doctors, everybody left. Maybe on occasionally they come and check on Meghan and stuff like that, and the baby. But now that they're all by themselves, Harry probably called the queen and let her know that the baby born today. Okay, let's say if it's the same day, call the queen several hours later to let her know that the baby was born, and this is the name that she planned. I mean, the name probably already, because they already knew it was a girl, so that's probably way ahead of time. Okay, they're gonna use that name. All right, so or even the day that he spoke with her and said, this is the name we're gonna use, because I'm sure they already knew the name. All right, so if the queen were in disagreement of it, so they could think of something else. All right, so I'm sure months ago the queen probably already knew the name of the baby. All right, so if the queen was in disagreement with it, then they could look for something else and stuff like that. So all those people who's crying foul, why they call this and that, like I said, the queen is alive. This is her time to disagree, to let people know whether she agree or disagree with the name. All right, if she doesn't say anything, it is what it is. All right, nobody has a say in that. Okay, thanks for clearing it up, because I just heard on the radio here in Australia that the queen wasn't notified. Oh my God! Well, here is the state. Here in the States, Harry's tale of getting grandma's blessing for a name he has picked out for his daughter to wear for life is Beatrice used an old wedding dress of the Queen's to shine on her wedding day. Gifts with very sentimental placement, priceless. Okay, if the aide have an issue with the name Lilibet, they definitely had an issue with Archie becoming a prince once the Queen was gone. Okay, this is disgusting. To be honest, this confirms a racist institution to me. Lilibet, we love you. All right, let's see here. Okay, I very much doubt Archie will become a prince once the queen is no longer here. And why would they want that connection to an institution they obviously abhor and are no longer part of? Okay, the thing is, the second Elizabeth dies, Harry's kids become prince and princess. Charles, by changing the rules, will actively remove the title from them. The only they can get around is Elizabeth herself changes the rule, and I doubt it she will. All right, so pretty much he's saying the minute the queen die and Charles become king, Lilibet and Archie become prince and princesses. But guess what? You know what I would love is when they give them that name and then they reject it. Harry and Meghan rejected. That would be the best part for me. And I think Meghan already gave a hint about that, where she said she's gonna leave it up to them. Okay, if it's their birthright, I think she's gonna leave it up to them. That's what I got from the Oprah interview. So why will they do that? And her only concern for those titles at that time was for the security purposes. Okay, not because of the titles or anything like that. It was for security purposes, because she knew the danger that they were in. All right, so right now I think if it's up to them, they don't give a shit about it, both Harry and Meghan. But I think the route that they will be going, if it's there, it's there, but they will leave it up to Archie and Lilibet to decide what they want to do with that title. Okay, if they want to keep it or lose it. All right, one wonders who is doing the backgrounding at the palace. Okay, thank you for the clarification. It's good to have a reliable news source. All right, let's see here. No clarification, it's all lies. I mean, they say it, but they don't. Okay, when the truth comes, they still don't believe it. Okay, no clarification, it's all lies, as is normal with these people. The queen did not know they were going to use but they're saying they did. I mean, the queen is still alive. She could still come out and say she doesn't want to. These people are funny, to tell you the truth. The queen did not know they were going to use her nickname. Scobie knows the truth but likes to deliberate misinform people on behalf of his boss Rachel. Oh my God, the queen is alive. She could still say whatever she wants. Okay, haha, less royalist. Okay, royalist. So, okay, that's in French. Okay, that's that then. What is that? The reader. Okay, that's that. Okay, what is that? A Sussex source said that the Queen was the first family Harry called after Lilibet's birth. Okay. Okay, so they say it here also. Okay, Lilibet birth, and during that conversation, he shared the couple's hope of naming their daughter in her honor. Had she not been supportive, they would not have used the name. So they probably, most likely, they had backup names. Their first choice was this. If the Queen said no, don't use it, then they will use their backup. Whatever, they will remove Lilibet and put whatever the backup name is, Diana, Mountbatten Windsor kind of thing here. Okay, those close to Prince Harry confirmed that he spoke to close family before the announcement, so perhaps this report highlights just how far removed aides within the institution who learned of the baby news alongside the rest of the world now are from the Sussex's private matter. Yep, so that's that. Alright. Methinks the aides are salty. They were left in the dark, so they create this non-story. All just seems like the palace source are pissed by found out about the birth when we all did. Bahaha. Okay, let's see. Good. Those courtiers need to shut up. They're nothing but bloody troublemakers. Indeed, I think they are the source of much of the hostility toward Meghan. Yeah. Yep. Because they know they can. That's the thing. Nobody's gonna tell them no otherwise. All right, because whatever blackmail that they put the Queen, the institution, in, all right, so they know they could get away with it. All right, so Harry showed them the other way and said, I don't need your money, all right, but I don't have to go through you. Okay, they're also the one who twisted the Meghan and Kate story leaked to the tabloid. Exactly. The dress fitting took place behind closed doors, so there was no way the public will know what had happened. Royal courtiers and UK press has people convinced their imaginary relationship with the Queen matters more than Prince Harry's actual relationship. The Queen is his biological granny. Harry and Meghan don't work for the firm, thus the Sussex's private matters is none of their business. Exactly. It's as simple as that. It's obvious how far removed palace aides are from Harry and Meghan. They hated and were racist toward them and the palace, and now they have fled. The Sussexes don't have them on their Christmas card list. These aides and their correspondents now have hate campaign against them. I mean, the velocity of hate that they put on Harry and Meghan when they were over there, I don't know how far more it could be. My goodness. More BBC lies, sack the source. I would love Harry and Meghan to sue them for all the untruth they report. Call them out. Let's get the name of these sources. It might be surprising, given the tabloid wrote a relationship with the monarchy. If Harry wants, I think he could, but I think this just one small little thing. But then again, if they want that to stop, this is the only way to go after them. And then have them speak. Who dare talk about them in the palace and sue them as well, because they're not part of the institution. Right, exactly. Harry continues to talk to his grandmother in a private capacity, quite telling that the Queen knew about the baby, but didn't tell the leakers in the palace until the official announcement. That's why the royal smearers are hopping mad and trying to attack the couple. Okay, Harry and Meghan said, quote, "Loves always win," unquote. Those two live and love know that Meghan and Harry will never do anything to hurt Harry's grandmother. I mean, everything that they need to say, they said it. Even at the engagement interview where Meghan was saying he got to understand the Queen from Harry's perspective, not from the tabloid.
You've met each other's families, I imagine.
Yes, his family's been so welcoming, and
You've met quite a few of them, actually.
I have, on both sides of his family, his mom's side as well, which has been really important to me too. But yes, the family has been great, and over the past year and a half, we've just had a really nice time getting to know them and progressively helping me feel a part of not just the institution, but also part of the family, which has been really really special.
Have you met the Queen?
I have, yes.
A couple of times.
What was that
a
like?
couple of times. It's incredible. I think, to be able to meet her through his lens, not just with his honor and respect for her as the monarch, but the love that he has for her as his grandmother. all of those layers have been so important for me, so that when I met her, I had such a deep understanding and, of course, incredible respect for being able to have that time with her. And we've had a really, she's an incredible woman.
So she understands the love and respect Harry has for his grandmother. So this already tells me, all right? You're right, Omid. This report shows how far removed aides are from the Sussexes. The Queen, Harry, and Meghan know the truth. All right, well, aides just mad they can't leak stories about Meghan and Harry anymore now that they left. Okay, they invented all of them anyway. Okay, always the same scenario. Biracial black Meghan is a bad person. Her husband who support her too. All the other white royals are saint and perfect. Those courtiers are aid or racist as hell. All right, let's see here. Harry said in the interview with Oprah that the Queen's aide does a disservice to her all the time. This just proof again that he's speaking facts. Okay, all right. As time goes, we're seeing more things going on. All right, we're seeing the truth of what happened in the Oprah interview. That's another good point here. All right, you said it. A Sussex source, well, indoctrinated by Meghan Markle, so they won't know the truth if it hit them in the face. Why will any believe a word the lying Markle say? All right, there's another one. They went on national TV and live for 2 hours, so their truth is unbelievable. That's for you too. That's the bullying act. That's for you, because look at this. The more things as time passes, some of the things that Harry and Meghan said are coming into fruition. All right. Hope to see you practice good journalism too from now on. Grabbing headlines without context is just as bad. The world needs to hear. It doesn't need further division. All right. Who's putting division? Okay. You realize Harry and Meghan are proven liars, don't you? Who told you? Your mom. Who told you? Your mom. Why are those palace sources bothered that baby Lily faced racism from UK press? Palace sources are paid by taxpayers to whine about newborn names. The evil machinations between royal and courtiers and UK media is really damaging. The British royal monarchy, the immunity is mind-boggling. All right, let me read a few more. Okay, it's almost done. All right, it's mind-boggling. That's this. All right, they are incandescent with rage. They can erase the Queen's biracial great-grandchildren. Lilibet deals a connection they don't want. Who's running the show? Her bad optics. All right, why are you constantly taking a swipe at our royal family? You are a biased reporter, accrediting yourself to being a royal reporter. But he is reporting what the royal people have said about it. Then the royal voter, he is part of the royal voter too. Okay, royal reporter, you ain't. You are a Sussex reporter. The content of your tweet support this. Telling them exactly what it is. My goodness, if things don't go their way, they get upset. But he is reporting the things that happening. Well, let's say this. If the palace, those palace sources then open their mouth into the Meghan and Harry, the Sussex's business, maybe he won't have to report this. That's the thing here. So if they did not say anything about Lilibet's name and stuff like that, the Queen then supported and all of that, maybe Omid will not have to report that, because now he's reporting what the source, the firm have said about the baby's name. So he is doing his job. It's just that it's not, you don't like what he's reporting. It's not into your best interest. All right, if they had just mind their own business, let the baby name be as it is, okay, don't say anything. All right, so Omid would not have to report it, because that will be just private matter between the Queen. But they had the audacity to open their mouth and said the Queen didn't support it. All right, so now Harry's coming back and said, yeah, the Queen did support it. I spoke to her. She knows about it. All right, the same way they didn't know the baby was born. Now, right now, I'm thinking of that picture one of the squad did of the hospital that Meghan gave birth, and then you see the clowns sitting out there in their lunch break. That's what they didn't get. All right, so let's see this here. You are missing the point. It's not the family themselves kicking up a fuss. It's the courtiers. The courtiers are not the royal family. They're the ones running the institution. They're annoyed that Harry speaks directly to his granny now as his granny and doesn't go through them. All right, that's a good point. The royal family never speak out. The courtiers do it for them every day. The courtiers say has to approve by the royal family. But Harry saying he spoke directly to his grandma. All right. No, okay, that's in French. It's all about the merging with Harry and his wife. They didn't expect the royal family to speak out. Okay, the same courtier who barred Harry from seeing her after she invited him to talk. Okay, the same courtier who proudly told the British press all the insulting and humiliating names they were throwing at the pregnant Meghan. Laughing my ass off, Angela Kelly and the rest of the courtier need to back off. Okay, I wonder who is this. Okay, Camilla Tomney, nothing compared to the virtual and received since the Harry and Meghan storm. Okay, let's look at the picture. What is that? And there lies the issue closest to Harry. People tell Sparkies, and one thing these two have been found doing is a fair bit recently is lying. I mean, lying about what? Again, the Queen is wide awake. All right, she didn't meet Prince Philip yet. She could talk. She could talk. Right now is 1 hour and 11 minutes into this. I saw the 11, but anyway, the Queen is alive. She could say whatever she wants. All right, so right now the courtiers wants to be the Queen. I mean, you know what, let me leave this, because sometimes this thing between the Queen and the firm usually just mind-boggling. All right, cheers to Harry and Meghan having their own communication team that can counter the lies that Buckingham Palace and Kensington Palace staff routinely tell to the press about them. Just like Meghan made Kate cry story, they couldn't defend themselves. Now they can. All right, that's the thing that I was reading under Omid thing here. I don't mean to be nasty, says Angela Levine to Kay Burley, with praising Sarah Duchess of York budgie, the helicopter books, and dissing Meghan's book, The Bench, illustrating what it means to be nasty for the second day this week. What is that? K means what was a typo. Double means is okay. I'm confused. Forget that. Okay. All right. Where are those palace crisis managers when you need them? Okay, what is this now, Peter Hunt? Not a good look for the House of Windsor when the briefing and the counter briefing about baby's name. Okay, let me go into her comment. There's one comment here. This doesn't look good outside of the UK. They are just validating everything that was said during the interview. Their racism, bigotry, xenophobia, and hate will be their downfall. All right, so let me see. Peter Hunt. I think I'm following him. Am I? Yep, I'm following him. He's a NHS ex-BBC correspondent, presenter, commentator on constitutional and royal issue for outlet including LBC and other some BBC News and stuff like that. Yeah, I follow him. All right. Not a good look for the House of Windsor when the briefings and counter briefings about a baby's name, Harry and Meghan. All right, so he retweeted this. That's Chris Chips. Oh my God. All right, let me finish with him, and then I'll see what he retweeted here. Okay, clear pushback already from source and Harry's and Meghan office on this story. Quote, the Queen was the first family member Harry called about it in advance of the announcement. Okay, to endorse chat, he shared hope of using Lilibet and Queen's honor. Queen was supportive. All right, so there it is. All right, so he retweeted that. All right, now let me go. This is the connection. All right, I'm going under Peter Hunt's people who follow him. Some of the things that they say here. Not a good look when they're briefing the same falsehood they were accused of a few months ago on Harry and Meghan on the Oprah. They've been learning nothing since Princess Diana. All right, I don't get that. Pathetic palace source. They need to let it go. Now we're going to get all these hating article about Harry and Meghan not letting Betty know when Meghan was in labor. What is this now? Okay, I think I read this. Official Archwell.com. It is with great joy, great joy that Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke of Dutch. Okay, that's when they announced the name of the baby. All right, the baby was born. Okay, 1140. Say there's that 11 again, and everything is an even. All right, even number is balanced. All right, there's the 2. Okay, 1 balance, and 4. That's an even number. And June 4th, another even. June is 6. Okay, because I'm a Gemini, is 6. All of them is even numbers throughout. My goodness, 6 is even. That's 6 for June. 4 is even. There's that 11 again. Balance. All right, 40. All right, is an even number. And what is it again? She's 11th great grandchild for the Queen, and all of that. So it's like all even. Anyway, you could, what is it? 7 pound 11 ounce. Okay, you guys could read that. These are the things that the connection in terms of numbers that I'm making. All right, let's see here. Every week they show how out of touch they are. Okay, and Buckingham Palace courtiers stay silent but Botox. Okay, it's appalling. Being a member of that family must be hopelessly depressing. Their intimate relationship or immediate by dozens of strangers. Love, deep love seemingly don't exist between them. Yes, very embarrassing. Are we sure the Queen is in charge? This only shows she's only brought in to smile and wave when they put on her very narrative needed to convince the peasant. All right, thank you at Peter Hunt. And certainly journalistic picking and choosing. What about the royal family? They report on shocking. Absolutely not. Okay, recollection are continuously varying because the Sussex, Courtiers, and Gotha employees are incompetent. All right, the palace is just incompetent, starting a fight over this. Unbelievable. And this is the thing that's gonna take them down when people start questioning and say, who is in charge? Why the courtiers are saying this, but Harry and Meghan are saying otherwise? All right, so this is the thing here. Unless they're probably gonna go to the Queen and say, if you don't go to us first and all of that, I'm gonna send Andrew to the United States to talk to the FBI. This kind of thing. Anyway, it's about power. They're trying to reassert themselves, but that ship sailed when Harry and Meghan left the UK. That's right. All right, so the Queen had to put the line and said what's come between family and the firm don't come in between. All right, this is why the squad was saying they want to search for that flip phone, that's a special phone number to the special phone that Harry has with the Queen. Shame on BBC, they know better, but after that Diana interview, royalists made them shell-shocked. So stupid to try to convince us the Queen didn't know or approve of Lily's name before they gave it to her. Give me a break. BBC needs to be careful if they want credibility in the US. It's funny, I used to think of them very highly but my goodness. But then again, it's what the palace is probably telling them. That's the thing. The palace is probably telling them these lies. So if Harry were to take them to court, all the BBC had to say, who told them? Who told them that? All right, so their conscience will be clear. So they probably want begging for Harry to sue them. That way they could call on the palace for the nonsense that William put them, telling them they forced Princess Diana to do the panorama interview and kind of that. They probably want to get back to them. They're probably begging for Harry to sue them so they could call on the palace's ass and said, they're the one who told us, so you can't sue me. I'm going by what the palace told me. Okay, just embarrassing on the palace part. Seriously, yeah, that's the palace. Okay, there are about 999 grannies in Jamaica named Lilibet. The name is not owned or copyrighted to the Queen. Enough of this now. Okay, do you also include Sussex's briefings? Okay, it looks truly pathetic. Agreed, exactly. They are making bad PR moves after bad PR moves. They've become pros at bad PR. It's disgusting at this point. All right, so people are starting. When you see real journalists is talking about that, that's shedding light. Okay, now let me go to Chris Chipton here and see what some of his followers say. Okay, I already read what he wrote. All right, clear. Okay, he retweeted something else now. Clear pushback already from Source and Harry and Meghan's office in this story. The Queen was the first family member Harry called about it in advance of the announcement. And two, those chats he shared hope of using Lilibet in Queen's honor. Queen was supportive. Okay, so he retweeted of himself. New BBC are reporting that the Queen was never asked, okay, by Harry and Meghan about using, oh my god, that was an hour ago. Okay, by Harry and Meghan's about using her childhood nickname, Lilibet, for their baby daughter. It had been briefed that Harry asked the Queen about it when he was in the UK for Prince Philip's funeral. Now palace source say otherwise. Okay, whatever the palace say is confusing. They're not gonna own their mistake. Instead, they're doing cover up after cover up. That's all I'm saying. Imagine if Harry sued the palace, not the family, the palace, put names in there. That would be something. The firm itself for there to tell me I didn't say certain things to my grandmother. But it seems like now when Harry's talking to them, it has to have a secret recording of that conversation. Because these people are so freaking liars. They go to the length with their lies. Okay, you know you have a problematic energy when you can even name your new child without causing trouble and outrage. She should shoot for being kind and compassionate. Okay, it's Charles now in charge. There's something that's changed at the palace in the last 5 years. Honestly, at this point, they're just being pathetic and embarrassing themselves. They do damage to stop sources leaking info about Andrew. So why not when it comes to Harry and Meghan? Okay, William. Okay, correcting himself. No, that's someone else. William. Okay, it does come across as someone incompetent, so could well be. Okay, I see what he's saying here. He put William but not Charles. Okay, it's William that's in charge of the palace. So let me see. It is, okay, where he put Charles here. Is Charles now in charge? And this guy is saying it's William. It's William now in charge. Alright, so it says here, it does come across as someone incompetent, so it could well be. Alright, it's beyond a joke now. Harry and Meghan should come with a health warning as people just argue over these two. Maybe a blackout on all news on them to give us all the break. And for those who want to know about them, just visit Harry and Meghan website. That's exactly that. Just go to their website. Exactly. If you want to know about them, go to their website. They'll let you know what they want you to know. Okay, ignore news about them. Don't comment and it will be like the blackout you claim you want. It's that simple. Alright, and when did see people getting it? Little at a time. There's the eyes opening little at a time. Who is this? Who said that? Okay, follow 37. I don't know. Okay, and when did he call his dad? Okay, he doesn't care. His dad didn't even want to pick up the phone when he left. Remember that? If the dad didn't want to pick up the phone call when he needed him the most. Can you imagine that? People who don't know the story. Okay, people who were not following. After they left the UK to live in Canada. And for Charles to remove all security. And then for the palace to tell their location. Okay, now borders were being closed and due to the pandemic. Now they have to scramble and look for safety. Where can we go? And this is where Tyler Perry came into play and said, come and use my house. Okay, and then he's calling his dad. Oh my God, just imagine this. You running with your child, calling your dad for help. He didn't pick up the damn phone. This is something that will never go away for me. I'm probably making a little bit more drastic than probably what it is, but if you put yourself in his place with not even a 2-year-old yet at that time, maybe maybe 18 months the most. Okay, we didn't know the full story of it, but after we know. But imagine this: you in a foreign country, and Canada, even though it's part of the Commonwealth, all the plan you had set to do, living in one of the Commonwealth countries, to still continue your duties, half in, half out, but they said no to everything, and then you left. You go meet your wife and child, and then they pull security under you, and then they tell the palace, tell the British press your location, where they were taking picture of your wife in a private area, walking with a dog and child, and then you have to scramble for safety, and then you calling your dad for help. He didn't freaking pick up the phone. That's the thing that really pisses me off the most. He didn't pick up the phone. And you have strangers, Tyler Perry, to open his doors and provide security for you while you take a breather. My goodness. That money that Princess Diana left for him, would have blown away completely. Maybe a good chunk of it already left. Already gone. And I hope, if I was him, I'll leave that money for my kids. I'll add to it whatever I've used. We put it back. Now they're earning their own income. Put that money back and leave it for for his kids. That same trust fund that Princess Diana left for him. Now that he could sustain himself, I'll put the money, whatever money I took out. Okay, now that he's making money, put that money back and leave it for his kids, and hopefully that will grow over time. And little at a time, add to it, and then it will grow. My goodness. And then they're talking about, what about his dad? What about Charles? Okay, according what that move that Charles did, okay, he just canceled himself out. You see, nothing about him and the baby's name. All right, Harry skip him and go straight to his mom. Okay, where was I here? I forgot where I left. Okay, and when did he call his dad? That was the tweet. How sad all this is being debated at the birth of a little girl that is turned into such a drama and controversy. I agree with someone who said Diana Elizabeth will have been okay, but is their baby their choice? Okay, glad they can now reply on counter all the falsehood from the courtier and royal aide. Christian. Why even you can see why they left. Regardless of your opinion about them, I can see it. Who is that? Okay, followed by that Zanye. Okay, others you follow. Other people follow this guy, so he must be pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna follow him. All right, that's him. Okay, I think it is very telling that in the Kensington Palace congratulations statement, William only used Lily. Okay, because if you visit Harry and Meghan's website, that's what they said they'll call her. Okay, she's called Lilibet, Lily Diana, and will be calling Lily. It was announced the day the birth and the name was announced. Right, what is that? Very funny. You kept quiet about the racism at British press, but quick to report this to put a target on a baby. All right, which one is that? Exclusive document also shed light on Queen's ongoing exemption from race and sex discrimination. He didn't report on that, but he's reporting on something else. 43 people like it. That's what Harry meant when he said his relatives are captured by the media. This year, we are seeing the invisible contract in motion. Yep. Okay, Harry and Meghan told the truth. They done. Whether you believe them or not, that's your problem, because they said what they had to say. They cleared the air. All the tabloid news, they did what they were supposed to do. So in my book, I think the point of view is a success. Okay, that's what Harry meant when he said, okay, have a day off. Okay, telling him to have a day off. All right, what else? Surely telling the Queen about the decision they already made rather than seeking permission beforehand. Harry and Meghan was hardly likely to say no. Okay, it's journalism, now tittle-tattle. All right, recollection may vary. What is that here? Yes, it's tittle-tattle. Did you know Meghan done this and Harry said that? There they go again, doing more charitable work, and just look at him, all 10, and buying a lovely home in California. There's the squad beginning fancy calling your baby exactly what you want to. How dare they be in a lovely, happy. All right, recollection may vary. Okay, always varies. When it comes to the palace, then it vary. When that racism report came out the other day, though, did it? Okay, do they really need to ask permission? Okay, ask permission. Seems like this is being blown out of proportion to me. It always is when the British media report on Harry and Meghan. Okay, maybe it was a bit like a fiddler and Ruth when the second daughter asked for her father's blessing but no permission, but not his permission. Okay, I don't believe anything those two say. They lie a lot. Okay, why should we believe them now? You don't have to. That's their words. All right, they tell. Guess what? Again, if you don't believe them, the queen is still alive. The queen could say what she wants. All right, what happened here, the courtiers put a barrier. They come straight in between Harry and Meghan. All right, between Harry, Meghan, and the queen. All right, this thing is being shown over and over again. Even when the queen had invited them to stay over wherever she was, and then the palace went and booked her for the entire week. All right, I was like, how would she not know? All right, she probably look at her schedule every day. So the minute that they know that Harry and Meghan are gonna stop over, okay, they made sure. It could also be there's two reasons. One, they didn't want any truth, any words, even though that can be done over the phone. They probably didn't want that to happen. But the other thing is that one-on-one thing with the Meghan being close to the queen. That's the thing. Is there racism? How dare Meghan gonna be with the queen? That kind of thing. They didn't want that to happen, so therefore they booked the queen, okay, for the entire week. My goodness, these people, their racism is gonna diminish them. All right, what else is there? I'm over an hour and a half. All right, okay, I know I'm not the intent audience. Well, it's from my Meg, so I am. Okay, but I do love the bench. I just listened again to the audiobook, and to no surprise, I love Meg's voice. I can highlight enough how great the illustration are, just top notch. Okay, so she's saying she's not the audience for it, but she listened to it. All right, so that's that. There's two comments in here. Okay, typical for the slow country of Switzerland, it will take at least a couple of months that I shall receive Meghan's hardcover book, The Bench. It wasn't even mentioned once on all of those German TV channels, but they were only reporting negative about Meghan, which with such a racial undertone. All right, so that's why they didn't promote it. They didn't want to promote it over there, so people who's not on Twitter will not know. Okay, my black nephew in San Antonio, Texas, was riding the bus home from, okay, I don't want to read anything other than the Sussexes. All right, okay, The Bench conquers the world, UK included. Let's see this one. Okay, as me, bestseller, 24 in books, see top 100 book. Okay, Amazon UK. Okay, Amazon UK. So even in the UK, they're buying it. What? Reading age 1 to 7 years old, and you got growing up who's reading it. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's just the squad who's being themselves. Okay, still being labeled the spare. Okay, that's another tweet. There's no comment in here. All right, still being labeled the spare. His Harry, Henry, Archie, and Little have parents' love, soul, and time. That's all that really important. No, glittery or pomp and pageantry needed or wanted. They're not the heir. Leave them alone and analyze why so much racism permeates the fog in UK. Okay, genuinely horrifying to me to see that this is how so many deluded souls view the world. Imagine thinking this child's future is less bright because she's not being born into a joyless poison or oppression and toxicity. Okay, what become of the spare? What? what becomes of the spare, meaning Harry, who is the spare, and then his spare, which is Lilibet Diana. I mean, Harry left for a reason. He wants to give them a choice. Okay, give them a different option. They could be whatever they want. Okay, according to them, for Harry and Meghan, Archie could be whatever he wants. And I said in one of my videos, if he wants to be a surfer for all by me, be a surfer. All right, if you want to carry on Archwell, be whatever you want. All right, so pretty much Harry and Meghan are giving Archie and Lilibet the option of being whoever they want. All right, if they want to be an architect, I said it in one of my videos, by all means, be an architect. Go design houses, go design for World Central Kitchen and all of that. My goodness, these people are crazy. For the younger children of the spare, the future is even less likely to be yield glittering prices or looked at differently to impose the relentless burden of sovereignty, writes Matthew Dennison. What? This is freaking... These people are crazy. Okay, majority of the monarchy is made up of spares. That is true. It's made up of spare. Check out BP balcony on any given royal event, packed with spares. The queen was born from a spare. She was a spare herself. The queen father was a spare who didn't want to become king. That's a good one. Okay, I'm very proud for Harry, Meghan, and their children being able to chart whatever future comes. You see, this is the thing that I was saying. Glittering prizes and sovereignty or dangling candy for king. Yep. Let's see here. Alright, so I'm done with this. Next tweet. Okay, here's the thing. The firm keeps forgetting. Harry and Meghan have their own communication team now, but okay, now who won't let lies stand? Do we need an American breakfast show host to make a call to squash this dead, or can it just be over now before y'all get embarrassed? Okay, let's see here. Update. Was it Johnny Diamond? Who is that? Update. A source close to Prince Harry tells BBC that he shared desire of naming his daughter Lilibet with the Queen ahead of the announcement, and had she not been supportive, they will not have used the name. Palace source told BBC earlier that the Queen was never asked. That's today. This is just today, 12 a.m. Let's see here. Okay, there's the Omid. Her Majesty the Queen got the call, but the men and Graceful did not, and they are salty as fuck. Alright, she between that. Let's see, there 8 comment in here. Is that a thread? Okay, that's what I just read. Okay, I read that. Peter Hunt, not a good look for the House of Windsor. I went in that already and went under his comment. Alright, palace official also didn't know about the birth until Harry and Meghan announced it. Doesn't mean the Queen didn't know. Alright, some solid advice for the firm. Stop it. Yep. What is it? The Queen knew everything. She kept her mouth shut. This is the thing the squad were laughing about, that the Queen know how to keep a secret. Right? They're probably gonna come to her and try to battle her brain and see if she could spill some tea about Harry. Okay, it's really embarrassing. I don't know why the palace think this is a good look for them. Okay, guess what? They don't care. The courtiers, okay, you don't hear the name of the courtiers. Okay, you hear courtiers. All right, there are plenty of them. So they're tarnishing. This is the thing here. They're tarnishing the firm. All right, the business aspect of it. All right, which people eventually gonna say they don't want that. They're gonna abolish it if this is the way it's going. All right, they really don't care. They're there to cause damage. All right, to destroy the firm. I've told you guys that before. They don't care. All right, this is another version of it, of how they're trying to make people come outcry and say they don't want the monarchy anymore. All right, they pretend. All right, they pretend they're there for the Queen and all of that, but they're there to damage, to dismantle it. I've said this before. Where do you, when you want to kill a snake, where do you kill the snake? At the head. All right, they're right there. They're right there in the institution. They're destroying it little at a time. All right, now you hear people saying this doesn't look good for the firm. So eventually people's gonna say, this is the way you're gonna make us look. Okay, we don't need you. All right. All right, it sounds like the vote expert who have a skill in making up opinions about Oprah interviews. They're not actually seen felt once again to provide accurate information. And I wonder which trusted sources from Buckingham Palace tried to spin the Queen was not asked. All right, so these are some stuff that I'm seeing now. I did not bookmark. Alright, Kim Kardashian, I don't talk about that. Okay, people's talking about the bench. Okay, Meghan released children book with nods to Harry, Archie, and Lily. Alright, let's see. Meghan and Harry welcome their second child on Friday. Okay, let's see. Julie Church here posted the racist tweet about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex newborn just after her birth was announced. Okay, okay, I don't want to talk about her. Alright, because that's also publicity for them. I'm learning more about this. Okay, the Queen and her burner phone. There's nothing. The squad. That's probably true. That's her with her burner phone. Okay. Again, let's see. That's the squad. I actually feel sorry for her. She is in prison. Okay, it's self-made prison. LOL. Ha ha ha. Let's see here. The Queen better watch out. Palace aide will be watching her like a hawk now. That's true. Let's see here. Baby Sussex old enough to experience racism at 3 days old. My goodness, when you think about it. Okay, there's no comment. Alright, let's see here. Past the point of embarrassment, and those insisting on using my palace sources should turn in their credential and find a new beat. Okay, that's this. I went on that. When the everything you sold your code for being a dismantled right before your expire, karma is real. Hell is here on earth. Okay, I don't know if I shared this in my last video because I saw it. Oxford College scraps if co-conspirator thought King's College apologizing for mourning the death of Prince Philip was wrong. Look away now. Get your soul not cool. Alright, this is how I know that after Betty expired, the monarchy is finished. The youngster generation will end it. Alright, I was dozing off while typing this this tweet. I have been awake since 5:23 for no reason, Lord. William will never be head of the Commonwealth. He will be rejected, and the rest of all Lizzie's legacy is going down the drain once she's cooked. Okay, Granny is doing her best to outlive all of them. George better watch out. Yep. What is that here? There's a reply. Exactly. TikTok, that was the thing here. Alright, let's see. Dr. Shola, most Shogabumino. Okay, my friend, one wants to know why someone not ended me yet. What? Okay, Kim Frazier, you are such a little bitch with your boys bashing. God, I can't wait until you get what do to you. Okay, how the F has someone not ended you yet? What? You see, this is those people. They're only there for, my goodness. I mean, they really hate the truth. They really do hate the truth. My goodness. Anastasia Tammy, my goodness, you effing nigger. You see? And then they're gonna come out and apologize. They didn't mean it that way and all of this. My goodness, if that is her profile. My goodness. Oh, there's the other one. Can you tell me why you are such a hypocrite? Why do you hate white people? My goodness, if the white people were staying in their own lane, mind their own business, don't go into black people's business, maybe people will not have to defend themselves with those people. My goodness, let's see here. Can you tell me why you are such a hypocrite? Why do you hate white people so much, and why you are so racist toward them? All you do is fan the flame of division and hatred. I feel sorry for you. And like Meghan, okay, there it is. It is nothing to do with color, just really toxic character. What did Meghan do to you to put in this category here? Meghan haven't spoke. She was a couple days ago pushing a baby out of her vagina. You think she had time for you? What Meghan has to do with her this thing here? My goodness. And Meghan haven't spoke since I said the Vox Live And the most, I would say, the Oprah interview. Meghan hasn't come out and say anything. Okay, have you ever wondered why does Meghan desperately try to negate every part of the black heritage her knows? What? Actually, Meghan embraced her black heritage. What is she talking about?
A couple years ago, I heard someone call my mom the N-word. So I think for me, beyond being personally affected by racism, just to see the landscape of what our country is like right now, certainly the world.
I hope I have that video. I'll insert it here. Okay, has she never dated a black guy? You suit each other. Who she dated have anything to do with you? My goodness. Remember, usually people you you date is people you surround yourself with. Okay, with her job and all of that. Okay, when she was in college, who did she date in her high school graduation and stuff like that? My goodness, what is wrong with these people? What is wrong with them? Okay, you are poison. I amaze you. You can bear to be in a room with a white people. Never mind, appear on a chat show with them. I mean, you guys, the mind with racists can never be straight. I don't know how to say it, because whenever they see a black people, it's like the flame become out of them. All right, and then the black person probably just minding their own business, and then attacking them, they have to come and defend themselves. These people, wow, this thing is very deep, people. It's very deep. I will have a whole lot more respect for you. You never had it to begin with, so what are you talking about? Okay, if you just admit that you despise white people instead of covering it up. I'm wondering, okay, I'm starting to wonder, because I think there's a video I saw Dr. Shola was in with that other guy, and if he's not the one who's creating those burner account to go and attack her. I'm wondering that. Okay? Instead of faking friendliness, JP Vine, pure poison, people like you, race relation, back 60 years. Pfft, okay. Let's see. There's 352 comments in there. Let's see here. Okay, you must have hit a nerve. What's the saying? A head dog will holler and they are screaming. Okay, the persistent denial of racism by racists who don't even know the definition of racism is everywhere. Alright, it is the height of stupidity to call a black person a racist. That needs to wake up. Call from the black diaper. Sorry you experienced this hate. You won't silence us. My goodness. Well, until white people who claim to defy racism come together and let their voices be heard collectively across the globe, this form of hatred will remain. Real allyship bring real solution. Each one of those accounts should be suspended. Racism is a mental health issue. That's right. I can't even come fathom with a word with what really going in their mind. It is a mental health thing. The world is a dangerous place, not because of those who do evil, but because of those who look on and do nothing. That is true. Okay, blind me, then there's self-projection of their own hate and unhappiness. Okay, I'll be that racism that doesn't exist in Britain. I'll keep hearing about. Is it? Okay, I'm glad you're exposing them. People need to do more of this. I agree. Okay, so sorry you are getting these horrible messages. Stand true to who you are, and thank you for your courage. We love hearing you. You are a champion for the black community, and you do it with a smile. Okay, I suspect Anastasia knows is a Russian bot. For some reason, Comrade Putin thinks his bot farm is still working. Alright, this is like I was saying, I really think it's probably him, that person who created those accounts, and then things that he could not say in front of her on public television, and he goes and that those bot account to type these things here. But anyway, alright, let me do a prayer. Alright, I'm close to an hour. Prayer for what? Prayer, that protection, we always need that. Prayer, let's do a prayer, not only for the Sussexes, for Dr. Shola Shimomamino. Alright, prayer, Psalm 91. When a crisis comes, Who do you trust? Psalm 91 teaches us to find refuge in God. God offers us 24/7 protection and the freedom from fear. Read more, learn by a biblical truth online church. Okay. All right, there's this one. Lord God, I pray for your protection as I begin this day. You are my hiding place, and under your wings I can always find refuge. Protect me from trouble whenever I go, and keep evil far from me. All right, so this is for Dr. Shola. And all the squads who's experiencing those kind of hate, and baby Lily, all this Archie, who can't really defend themselves. All right, all of them. This is the prayer for them. All right, so let me throw one more. I like to go based on images. Let's see. There's friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, Joel Austin. After what happened in Texas, he then opened his doors for those flood victims. Okay, driving, husband, David, Michael, children, mother. Let's go with friend here. All right. Let's see here. I trust that you will protect and hold them when life is hard. Lord, help me to be a good friend to them. Amen. We therefore pray that you bless our friend with your loving care, renew her strength, and heal what ails her in your loving name. All right, now let's go to the images. I want to go with this one, holding hand. All right, for support. Where is it? There it is, right here. Yep. Oh, there it is. Oh, no. I didn't want to go into it. This. All right. A prayer for difficult times. Wow. All the things is hitting a thing here. My prayer for you, dear friend, is that the Lord will turn your weeping into dancing. He will give you a reason to not just smile, but laugh again. The Lord will see you through this difficult situation and comfort you on all sides. Amen. All right, so that's it. There's more to it, so I'm going to leave the rest for tomorrow. Whatever I see later today will be for tomorrow. All right, so please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. And I'm ending this video right now at 4:44 a.m. All fours. Thanks for watching, and if you want to support this channel, I have a link, a PayPal link in the description, and you could help support. All right, and those who have donated, thank you.